Now, if we jump over to our Magic Keyboard case, obviously this is a device that I use with my iPad quite often, especially when I want to do some computing, I want to write, I want to browse the web, answer some emails and stuff like that. Nothing beats the Magic Keyboard case. It's got a decent sized trackpad. It has now a function row on the front. All of the keys are spaced pretty well. They're a little close together. In my comparison of the 11-inch and the 13-inch iPad Pro, I identified that yes, not only are some of the keys smaller, like the tab and shift and return and delete key, but all of the other keys are just a tiny bit smaller in the keycap size, making everything just a little bit closer together. But I think Apple does a fantastic job of having good spacing with the keys, considering the fact that it is a smaller device. And so this does fold up really nicely. One of the differences with this case this year is that the hinge is metal, and so it's no longer encased in kind of a wrap. There was metal in the previous model, but it was encased with a wrap, and so the metal is now exposed, which is kind of nice. The previous wrap would kind of get gummed up, and you could just tell it was used over time. Now with the metal hinge exposed here, I don't really see any problem other than sometimes the metal is just bumping up against things, and I'm just afraid maybe that I will ding something because it doesn't have any protection over it. I'm not worried about the case at all, but I do have to be mindful of the fact that I have this big metal protrusion coming out of the case now whenever I'm moving my iPad around. You can see that it does add a bit of thickness to the iPad, but it's not terrible. It does add a bit of weight as well. We have USB-C charging down here, but this does not pass through data or anything else. It's simply for charging. I was really hoping that that would be something that would change, is that we'd be able to connect our external hard drive or a USB-C hub or something like that to the bottom of the iPad, but we still have to connect any external devices to the iPad directly from the side of the iPad. But we do have charging down here, which is great. Overall, the Magic Keyboard case is fantastic. I think it is expensive, but it's definitely a accessory that's worth having because it's so good as far as a keyboard and everything goes.